Let's complete the following proof. We are given that side WX is parallel to side YZ. We're also told that angles 2 and 3 are congruent, and we're trying to prove that side WY is parallel to side XZ. Now, since we're trying to prove that lines are parallel, we're probably going to have to use one of those converse theorems. So let's start our proof. Let's start off with our given statements that side WX is parallel to side YZ and that angle 2 is congruent to angle 3. And of course, we're able to write those statements because they are given. Now let's look at our diagram. We're told that side WX is parallel to side YZ, all right? So we have a pair of parallel sides, and we get to choose where our transversal is going to be. So using those two sides as our parallel sides, we see that side WY can serve as a transversal. Now, on that transversal, we see two angles, angles 1 and 3. And they are classified as alternate interior angles. They are between the parallel lines, and they are on opposite sides of our transversal. So since we have parallel lines that are creating alternate interior angles, we can conclude that angle 3 is congruent to angle 1. And that is by the alternate interior angles theorem. Well, let's look what we have so far. In our given statements, we have that angle 2 is congruent to angle 3. And here in step 2, we have angle 3 is congruent to angle 1. By transitive property, we can say that angle 2 is congruent to angle 1. That's by the transitive property. Now let's examine our diagram carefully. Angle 1 and 2, we see that they are both on the left side of side WY and side XZ, all right? And they are both on the bottom side of this side here, WX. It seems like angles 1 and 2 are corresponding angles. But if we have a pair of corresponding angles that are also congruent, angles 2 and 1 are congruent, we can use the converse of the corresponding angles postulate to say that the two lines that form this pair of corresponding angles will be congruent. And those two lines are side WY and side XZ. These two lines will be congruent. These two lines will be parallel, rather, by the converse of the corresponding angles postulate.